On Drop Rate is a series where I can only receive an item within its wiki-stated rate, but with a twist. If I receive the item before or on its rate, I get to keep everything earned during the episode, including the desired item. However, if I do not end up getting it, I have to forfeit all the loot earned to you guys, the viewers. Let's introduce today's challenge. The item of this episode is the Dragon Hunter Wand at a drop rate of 1 in 207 from the Hueycoatl, and every single kill will be done solo, as tracking drop rates accurately can get trickier in varying group sizes. The Dragon Hunter Wand is a fairly recent release and has a value of 24 million GP. However, don't let the value deceive you, as the weapon is most likely one of the most useless items in the entire game. Being a tier 65 weapon and sporting a 50% accuracy boost and a 20% damage amplifier when fighting dragons, it is currently on par with the Dragon Hunter Lance on metal dragons, but only when casting the highest tier of spell, meaning you need Wrath runes. This results in the wand pretty much just being a Dragon Hunter Lance that costs money to use for main accounts, and for Iron Men it's even worse, as you need 95 rune crafting to even make it usable, as that is when you can craft your own Wrath runes. On any other content, the Trident will outshine this weapon, which only costs 27,000 GP compared to the 24 million GP of the wand. The Hueycoatl is weak to crush, so this is going to be our gear setup and inventory, and it's worth a staggering 2 billion GP, but of course most of that comes from the Scythe of Vitor, so if you don't have that, there are other options. Besides that though, Inquisitor set is extremely good here, along with the highest melee strength you can get. If you want to fight this boss solo, you have to go to this flag right here, and you can see it says fight privately. Click on this one and you will get the option to start a solo fight, and this will put you into a session where you're the only one able to fight the boss, but it doesn't put you into the fight directly, it only puts you in the lobby, so it's fine to click it anytime you want. Oh, I can't enter. I have never done this before, so apparently I need to talk to Tala first. But now that we can enter, let's quickly go over how this fight works. Start off by using the Dragon Hunter Lance to defeat the 5 parts of Huey's tail. Avoid blue circles and pray against the colored projectiles. Those 2 abilities, by the way, will continue over the entire fight. When all tails are defeated, head over to the main boss and use the Scythe on him. When Huey reaches 1250 hit points or 50%, hit the tail that spawns with the Blood Moon set and its weapon. There's a whole complicated reason to why you need to use these here, but just know they are best. During this part and for the rest of the fight, the tail will also slam and create shockwaves, which should be dodged. When the tail is defeated, simply finish off the last 1250 hit points of the boss, and congratulations, you've defeated Huey. And let's see what the first drop of this fight is and how long it was. 8 minutes 35 seconds, which is very long, pretty much like the Nightmare. Also, we get 3000 Earth Runes, so that is definitely not ideal, but I can now see that the monster monitor tracker is not working here, probably because it's such a new boss and it's not been updated yet correctly, but I guess we're going to have to go back to the old tracker for this video, but I will contact the guy making this plugin and see if we can get it fixed. By the way, this is how the collection log looks. There are 6 items here, and honestly, we might be able to finish the entire log in this video, because we are doing up to 207 kills, and the pet is only 1 in 400, being the most rare item on this log. The only damage I really take on this fight is from these waves, and yeah, you can see again, 22 damage, and if I can manage to learn how to avoid these every single time, I will pretty much not need food here, just a small amount that I take from chip damage, but that is honestly very minimal chip damage. 30 adamant plate bodies. It's kind of funny because I have so many of these items kind of just hidden because they're not usually worth really picking up, but if you get 30 of them at the same time and they're all noted, I'm picking those up. Oh, and by the way, a great spell on this fight is the Death Charge spell, so if you're doing this, definitely bring it, because when you're killing these parts of the tail, it allows you to gain 15% special attack charge back when you kill one of these parts. It does have a bit of a cooldown, but you can use it twice when killing all of these parts of the tail if you're doing a solo, so 30% extra charge back every time. I actually saw a video with like 15 views that recommended these specific tiles for avoiding the wave, and you're supposed to stand in the middle tile, so let's go over there and click on the front tile when the wave hits it. Oh, it works! Look at that! 15 viewed video, thank you so much. Alright, you can get sun-kissed bones, 100 of them. It says 800,000 GP in the chat. That is definitely fake news. This is pretty much prayer experience. You cannot trade these or anything, so the value is just totally fake. But it's a nice prayer experience we can go for at the end of the grind. But by the way, look at the food. When I started dodging the waves, I told you I barely use food. Such an easy 2-kill trip for some raw sharks as well. 6 KC down, and we are speeding up the kills a bit from the first one, like 50 seconds faster. But look at that. 5 anglers left still after 2 kills back to back. Now, I did some quick calculations, and if we're getting around 8-minute kills every single time, which I think is honestly on the lower end, because I also might have to do clue scrolls and I have to rebank and all these type of stuff, which does take up time as well. But if we do not count that in, every kill is 8 minutes, then this grind for 207 kills is going to be 27.5 hours long. I don't know if this is a combat achievement, but I always assume that kill count milestones are. Yes, it is. Okay, Hueycoatl, Adept, 10 kill count, actually for the best drops so far as well. 20 Raynor seeds. Dude, this boss for Iron Man seems insane. Alkeballs and so many seeds. 7:31, new personal best. I don't know how fast we can actually go on this boss fight. Obviously, we are only in the early KC of 18. But when I spoke to my friends, it seems like they all said the fight is around 8 minutes. So I think we're doing pretty good. You know, I have killed a lot of Fosani's Nightmare and the Nightmare in my life, and I feel like this fight is literally just the same fight, except it's way easier, and look at that. It feels like the regular drops are way better even than the Nightmare. Obviously, the main difference is that the Nightmare has these really big, expensive, big-ticket items. Meanwhile, Huey's most expensive item is the Dragon Hunter wand at 24 million. But if you want something more consistent that is way less intense, then this fight is probably for you over the Nightmare. I believe we're coming up on the last milestone when it comes to combat achievements. For 25, the Hueycoatl Veteran, which is most likely the last combat achievement we will get on this grind. Okay, 400 Cosmic Runes, maybe not the drop Huey to give me right now after I just said the regular drops are better than the Nightmare. Of course, the first collection log slot of this entire grind is the Soiled Pages. These are used to charge the Tome of Earth that you can also get here, and these are 1 in 13.6. So we were actually over double the drop rate for that, for the first log item. So hopefully that is not indicative for the rest of the grind. Oh my god! What just happened on that kill? We got a 30-second improvement on my personal best. A 7:01. We almost broke the 6-minute barrier. I guess there is still ways to speed this up. Oh, almost exactly on rate actually. The Huasca seeds. These are really valuable apparently. 915k for this drop. These are 1 in 34 and they're used to make the new prayer regeneration potions, which we have been using a lot recently. And I guess that's why they're so expensive, because the pots are insane. As has been the case for pretty much every single new boss recently put into Runescape, there is a scoreboard where you can see the fastest kills and all that. And you can see the fastest global kill is 29 seconds. Of course, this is in masses. And I've actually died 0 times so far, so you can see that it's not a very difficult fight, and global deaths is even 31.9k out of 1.9 million kills, so really not too difficult of a boss. Oh, I was expecting to get this pretty soon. It's the first hard clue scroll on KC number 52 and some Raynor seeds as well, which is a very good drop. But hard clues is 1 in 50 here, but because I have the hard combat achievements completed, it's 1 in 47. For most of my grinds in this game, I'm used to using the Light Bearer because double special attack regen is so insane, but I actually didn't even realize I had enough money even to buy an Alto ring. This is incredibly good. Over the Berserker ring, it's actually a +4 strength bonus. And again, because I mostly used the Light Bearer, I wasn't aware the difference between the two rings was this huge. Okay, not an immediate personal best, but that's just not how this fight works. Over time though, I'm really hoping this ring can help me break that 7-minute barrier and go into the 6 minutes, and I don't think it should take too long. Okay, hear me out. I had the craziest idea. On the first part here where you use the Dragon Hunter lance, it's weak to crush. And so I thought maybe I can use the Darok set because you barely take any damage here. And I feel like low HP Daroks should be possibly better DPS than the Dragon Hunter lance. I don't really know what I'm talking about here, but I just thought hitting big numbers sounded fun, to be honest. Oh my god, 98? That's like half its HP in one hit, oh my god. Oh my god, 101 hit and not even a max hit into a 78. Okay, this is so fun to use. You know, I even used Darox mostly on Hueycoatl himself as well, and 98 to end off the fight, a 744. Primarily pretty much only using the Darox set and of course the Blood Moon set for the tail, but that is really good. Obviously, it's a big risk staying low HP the entire fight, but if you can't afford the Scythe of Vitter, I guess it's a pretty cheap and good alternative. I've been in close contact with the guy making the Monster Monitor plugin, and he has now fixed Huey, and on top of that, he has made it resizable, one of my requests I loved to see, and look at this. You can make it so large and you can just put it anywhere really, so this is going to help with making things more clear as well. And on top of that, I can also edit the kill count as I go, so I could just put 87 to begin with, as that is the KC we're at. And if anything messes up during the grind, if we get some errors, I can just instantly readjust it. Alright, let's see if it actually works. 87 to 88. Yes, it does work. Perfect. Yo, let's go. We got the Tome of Earth empty. That is 1 in 92, so definitely one of the more rare collection log slots you can get. Oh, and I see the load tracker apparently counted that as 2 kill counts, but luckily I can edit it and it will be fine. But we've been here now for roughly 13 hours, and we are coming up on the first bigger milestone of the grind, 100 KC. And strangely enough, we have not seen the Hueycoatl hide at all yet, which is pretty much 3 times as common as the Tome of Earth. And it's actually the most valuable drop you can get here, except for the wand, so it actually kind of sucks to be unlucky on that item. Yo! What? 1.23 million for the Huasca seed drop. These seeds have been absolutely skyrocketing in price. I mean, I'm not complaining, I'll take the money. There it is, we finally got them. The 3 Hueycoatl hides, 5.97 million GP in one drop. I think you always get 3 when you solo. If you do it in teams, you can get like 1 each or something like that. Definitely a stellar drop to get. And this is pretty much how a log should look for 113 KC. We have everything except for the wand and the pets. Oh, I must have missed it, but you can see in my chat, I have broken the 7-minute barrier at some point. I'm not exactly sure when that happened, but thanks to the Alto Ring, I would assume we now have a 6-minute and 57-second personal best. Oh, so easy! 136 kill count. There it is, Dragon Hunter wand, 25.5 million GP. Another challenge completed. And with the challenge done, this is all the loot that we got. So I actually made a good amount of money here. Obviously, half of that pretty much is from the wand, but even without the wand, the money is not terrible. And again, this is the collection log, we're only missing the pet, so maybe in the future we can go and finish that off. And just to show you guys how easy this boss really is, I've done 135 kill counts, I died 0 times. And of course, we did end up getting 2 hard clue scrolls as well, so let's just go ahead and open these. We do get to keep the loot here, and the second one is actually insanely good, 504k. And that is everything sold, so let's collect this and see how much we made after the GE taxes. We made 53 million GP, more, yeah, pretty much exactly. But then we also have all the sun-kissed bones we're going to turn into prayer experience. We're on the last few shards here. I ended up getting like 27,000 overall shards, and that is 93 prayer. We actually ended up getting a prayer level from this. And I will have to go and recharge my prayer to be able to continue on the last 500 here, but yeah, we pretty much made 160,000 prayer experience from 136 Hueycoatl. So a bit more than 1,000 prayer experience per kill. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm actually currently working on a very big project which will take a long time to finish, but if you guys want to be notified when that is released, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But until next time guys, take care.